Hey there folks, thanks for joining us for another Kickstarter preview. Today we're having a look at It's a Wonderful World. This is on Kickstarter right now and it's from La Bois de Jeu. I probably did not say that correctly, but it's down there. It's also partnered by Ori Games. The designer is Frederick Gerard, and I'll put a link in the description below and you can follow the link to the Kickstarter directly if you want to check out what it's like, what they're providing, what stretch goals, etc., what it costs. But what we're going to show you is what the gameplay is like and what decisions you get to make during the game, what the mechanics are used. And to help me with that is Carla, D, and myself, Jason. Alright, so this is a drafting game. So we have this huge deck of development cards, which goes over there. Each turn, the game runs 4 rounds, we'll draft 7 of those cards. Then, in the planning phase, we'll get to build some of those cards, and they will add to our industry. So at the moment, I'm the Republic of Europe. The player aids, this is obviously keep in mind prototype components, is double-sided. You can either play A side, which is exactly the same, except it gives you a victory point scoring to chase after. So I will get victory points for every general I own. But these are the materials I produce each turn. So 2 material, 1 energy, 1 science. Or you can play on the B side where it's just that. And that's what we're going to be showing you, just the B side today. But then you have 5 different types of resources. You have materials, electricity, science, gold, and discovery. You have you have financiers and generals, which you can collect for victory points. And this is crystallum. Once you make 5 of a kind, 5 of any resource, you can transfer it into crystallum. Some things require crystallum to be used to build. That'll all make sense during the drafting, during the gameplay phase. So what happens is we get 7 of those cards, choose 1, pass the rest, then you add them face down or face up here next to your production line, and then once we've finished drafting, we then choose which ones we were going to build and which ones we're going to scrap for materials, and that's about that. It's very simple, but obviously the complexity lies in how you combo the cards. So I think I'll go over the cards layout when I do the gameplay section, so we'll start that in a minute. In fact, we might as well just get into that. So I'm going to cut this here and then we'll start. Alright, so this is still the first round. All we've done is add 7 cards to each person's hand. So I'm going to give you the rundown from my perspective. So the cost in the corner is over here. So for example, this card over here costs 2 materials, so the 2 grey cubes. This is the name, the artwork goes over there. This is what it provides you. So this provides me, the wind turbines provides me with 1 electricity. This is the type of building it is, so this is a factory, and if I chose to scrap it, then this is what it would provide me with, 1 electricity cube immediately, as opposed to this, which will provide me 1 every turn once I've built it. They are obviously different things. This one, for example, costs obviously a lot more. This one costs 3 material and 3 gold. And when you build it, it provides you with 2 materials and 2 electricity, but you get a bonus over here, which is 1 crystallum as soon as you build it. It's also worth 3 victory points at the end of the game, and this is the type of building it is. And you'll see different things. For example, like this one gives you 2 victory points for every discovery card you've built, and this is this discovery card. So you've got to go through these and choose what you want. I feel that I'm going to take one of these to begin with, so that just goes next to my player sheet down here. And then I'll just show you. So that goes like that, and then I pass the rest of the cards to the left. Deal pass to me, and then we'll reveal what we've built or what we've drafted. So I've revealed wind turbines.
I've got a nuclear plant.
And I have a mega drill.
Yay! And then we go again. So this is what D has passed me. So you can kind of plan ahead. If I'm planning on building this, I know in my next round I'll have 2 electricity, 2 materials, 1 science. So what I might want to try and do is buy stuff that I can use those materials for. So for example, I don't produce any gold, so taking the espionage agency would not be a great idea unless I can get something to do that. And I can also look at something that I want to draw for victory points. Like at the moment I've got a factory card chosen. These are all military cards, and this one gives you victory points for military cards, so that's pretty decent. I'm going to take this. What are you guys all chosen? Carly's still busy.
Okay.
So I went for a Zeppelin.
Airborne laboratory.
The mega bomb.
Mega bomb. Alright, so we pass again to the left. In the next round we'll obviously pass to the right. So, oh, we've got quite a few Zeppelins there. Atlantis, wow, you need a lot of discovery to find that, and you need crystallum as well, so that's not something I want early. But if you discard it, you get gold, so that's not terrible. I am going to take this. Alright, everyone chosen? I chose the Mega Drill.
Quantum generator.
Some wind turbines.
Yeah, wind turbines are good. Alright, pass to the left again. Alright. I'm going to take this. So there's obviously a lot of silent thinking here as we're basically trying to plan ahead on how to build as many of these things efficiently. Because this game only lasts 4 rounds and it goes a lot quicker than you can think. So I'm taking a military base.
Zeppelin.
Supercomputer.
Alright. Pass to the left. We're down to 3 cards now. Okay. I'm going to take that. Alright, I've taken an icebreaker.
Underground city.
Zeppelin.
Alright, pass on. Ugh, look at this. This is crazy. I don't want that, so I'm just going to take that. Obviously, the last card that's passed on, that person has to keep that card. But obviously, you could just ditch it for the resource. So I've taken a Zeppelin. And then D has passed me the city of Agatha. Alright, so that is the draft phase, which is the first part of the game. We've now drafted our 7 cards. Now we go to the planning phase. So this is where we choose, out of these 7 cards, what will go into our construction zone and what will be scrapped for resources. So, for example, the wind turbines are definitely going in there. And I'm also going to add the Zeppelin. So I need 2 grey, 2 black to build those. This provides me with blue, but none of the other things that I have will provide me with blue, so that's quite annoying. But these do provide a lot of blue, so I might just keep them. You can, of course, keep all of them and not discard any of them. I'm not sure that's a great tactic, but then I'm no master tactician, so I'm going to keep that, and then I might... I'm going to ditch both of these, I think. Yeah. So I'm going to scrap both of those, which gives me a grey and a blue crystal, which I get immediately. Cube, rather.
Okay.
And then you can apply these immediately. I'm going to apply both of those there. If at this part in the planning phase, you do somehow fill up, like for example, let's say I filled up the mega drill, then I get to add that to my construction, to my industry immediately, which then in the next phase, which is the production phase, I'll then get the benefits from it. But I don't have enough of that. So do I want to build? No. I'm going to ditch this one as well for another blue, and I'll add that to there as well. Okay. So that's the planning phase done. Everyone else done their planning phase?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what D's looking to build. Any cubes that you don't use, by the way. So for example, let's say I generated a gold cube, but none of these would need it. I take the gold coin, the cube, and I add it to my industry over here. This is now effectively locked in here. It'll never come out until I have 5 of them, 5 of any cube. They will then get transferred to a crystallum, which can go over there. And then, of course, I can then transfer that to go into things like that. But at the moment I've used everything. Alright, so now it's the production phase. So, this is a little different. So we're going to go up here. And what we're going to do is start on the left here with this first one, which is the materials. We have to announce who generates the most. So obviously at the moment, has anyone built anything from the planning phase? So we're just going to go on our base buildings, which is what we built here. So I've produced 2 material. What are you guys producing?
We're all producing the same. Because
Oh yes, of course we're using the... Right, so what you're trying to do is gain superiority. So whoever owns the most will get the superiority of these, of either the financier or the general at the top here. At this point, because we're all doing the same, it's not going to... There's no ties. So we just generate the cubes we do. So I get 2, 1, and 1 of these. Oh, I knew I generated a green one. I was thinking about that during the turn, and then I've ditched my card that I had a green. And you guys generate yours as well. And then, I don't put these there, but now we add these immediately to our things. So that can go there. This can go there. And then my science, because none of my things require science, is just going to sit over there. And that is the production round. So that ends round 1. You guys all done? Oh, actually, I'm not finished. I've built these wind turbines. So that's constructed. That goes into my industry. For the next round, I now produce 2 electricity. But I've built nothing. I've not completed anything else. You guys completed any stuff?
I have
Just a wind turbine.
So you built a wind turbine as well. What did you build, Carla?
a airborne laboratory.
An airborne laboratory and a wind turbine. Alright, and that is round 1 completed. So that goes over there. And then we get someone deal out 7 cards to us each. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop filming here. But what I will do is film maybe the 3rd or 4th turn as well. So you can see where our industry is built up a bit more. So see you guys in a second. Alright, so we're back with the 3rd round. We've just finished our 2nd round. So first thing we do, got our hand of cards for the round. So we get to choose what we want to draw off. And we're passing to the left again. On the previous round, we passed to the right. So, just to show you how it's produced, this production has changed. I now produce a lot of different more resources. So I'm producing 3 materials, 3 electricity, 2 science, 1 science, 1 gold, and 2 discovery. So I've got to keep that in mind. I've still not built the City of Agatha because I still need that crystallum. So I'm working towards that. I got the polar base, generally because I was thinking I might buy in the financial center, which will provide me with quite a lot of gold. So these are some of the things I am thinking about. So I'll point this down so you can see my thing. Now let's have a quick look at my cards. Clearly I'm not very scientific. Maybe I should look at some in-game scoring stuff now. Well, there's none in this. Well, we'll skip that then. Well, I'm not keen on any of these cards. What do I need to finish some of the stuff? So, greys and blacks. I got 3, 1 more, 2 more there. I guess I'll take that. So, passing to the left. Are you guys chosen?
Let's pass to the right.
We passed to the right now. I thought we passed to the right last time. I got a recycling plant.
Solar cannon.
No, you are right, sorry. It is past the left. Apologies.
And this is
And then past
Yeah,
the
yeah.
I realised what you're looking at the exact
Yeah, I
same
was like,
place.
oh, this looks familiar. Alright, so this is what D's passed me. I'm producing 2 blue, so this is interesting. Yeah, this one gives me victory points for these cities or buildings, which is not ideal. That one gives me 1 victory point for science, and this one gives me just flat out 1 victory point. But you produce gold equal to the amount of gold buildings you have, or these type of buildings. So it's 1 on its own, 1 there. So, but no, I'm gonna go with this. I took the Garden of Hesperides. some sort of Greek garden.
Nuclear plant.
Alright, this is what Carla started with. So we've got a museum. 2 victory points for each exploration card. That's decent. And this will trigger in well with the garden as well. Climate control. Well, it's way too much science. Tank division. Virtual reality. Nope. Yeah, I'm taking that.
Offshore rig.
I got to think about what I'm going to get built as well. So my 2 water, one will potentially go there, but I'm probably going to go to Hesperides, try and get that built. Right, passing on. I've took the museum.
Recycling plant.
Offshore rig.
So this is back to the first hand I had. I'm looking to get. Let's see, this is decent, but I don't have these dudes to pay for it. So what can I ditch? I might take that, or might take this one for the blue. I definitely don't care about that. This is not terrible. I do need it for the polar base, and obviously. No, I'm going to take this, I think. So my thought process there is I'm just going to use that. I can build that if I want to, but also I can ditch it for the blue, which I might be needing.
Went for the propaganda center.
Oh, I got the icebreaker.
Climate control.
And then this is what we got here. So secret laboratory could trigger in nicely, but it gives me victory points for science and gives me more science. Financial center, I'm already trying to build one. Research center provides me with green. I'm probably going to take this so I can discard it. So I took the financial center.
Universal exposition.
Recycling plant.
I'm going to take the tank division. Let's take a tank division, and I'm giving you that, Carla.
I'll take
Got
that
a
vision.
secret what?
Research center.
center
Huh.
and virtual reality.
Alright, so that's the draft phase done. Now we go to planning phase. So these are obviously stuck here, I can't change that. But I will be adding some more stuff to that. So I think that's still going to stay. I want to build that. I've got 2 turns to do that. What else do I want to build? I like the idea of the museum because that gives me victory points for those cards. Which meant I'm going to ditch this financial center for the gold. Oh, that's moved up there. And then the gold I'm just going to add straight to this one. And do I want to still do that? Because that's going to generate me a lot of blue, but this will add more blue. How much blue am I going to need? Yeah. So I'm going to ditch the icebreaker. It gets me a blue, which will add to there. No, you know what? I'm going to add it to there. And then got the research center. Do I want to try and build this? That costs the basic resources which I generate. In fact, I generate this in 1 turn, but I do have those 2 already trying to build that. You know what? I'm gonna keep that. This might be a mistake, but I'm gonna add that to my production line, my construction line. I'm gonna discard this for a grey cube, which will go on the tank division. And I think I'm gonna keep the recycling plant. Yeah, I've got lofty ambitions. I do. You guys done?
I'm just managed to complete a financial center out tab.
Alright, so when you complete something during this phase, that goes into your production, your industry immediately.
Also get a
Financier?
financier straight away.
Oh, I forgot about I should have one of those. Never even forgot about the expansion bonus. Alright. So, everyone done their planning phase?
Mm-hmm.
Carly, you done?
She's turned to a recent mute.
Yeah, she's just ignoring me now.
Yes, I'm done.
All right, so now we can do the production phase like I wanted to do in the first round. Who produces the most materials? I produce 3.
3.
3.
So, nothing there. Great. I'll
Okay.
switch this off. Here you go, Carla. I produce 3 electricity.
2.
4.
Oh, sorry, Carla. Did you say 2? Yeah. And you get 4, but you also get a general as you have the superiority bonus. And then science, I got 1.
1.
3.
So, oh, jeez. You want a financier or a general?
General.
Because you can choose on that one. Gold, I produce 1.
2.
None.
So, do you also get a financier? And then discovery, I get 2.
3.
2.
So, D, you get another general for that. Oh, just leave that one for now.
Double down.
He's been assassinated.
No way, that's gone.
Assassination.
Alright, so now our production cubes that we just got, we get to add these to our board. So these 2 blue ones are going to go over there, I think. Actually, let me think about that. I'm going to put 1 over there, just in case, because I don't have anywhere for science to go. So science goes on there. 1 more cube on there, and I can build the crystallum, which will allow me to build that, which I feel like I should really do. I'm going to put 2 electricity there, which will build my tank division. My gold can come on here. And my other electricity can go on there. Ah, I got it. My recycling plant. I can make those 2. And then I'm going to take this one. And I'm going to add it to there. Which immediately transfers all these into a crystallum. Which I can then put over there. Alright, and then I take the things I built. So I built this tank division. I can add to my industry. I've also built the city of Argotha. So that gets added. And did I build anything else? Yes, I built a recycling plant. So that gets added to my industry. And I believe that is it. Just move those up. So, even though I had this financial center sitting there for a while now, still not built it. This is what my thing looks like now, my industry. So I'm producing 5 exploration, which now, obviously, in my last turn, I might want to draft some blue cards. But there you go. That's pretty much it. So that ends the round. We go there. Let's have a quick look at the other people's civilizations. You've got quite a lot of green coming in now.
3 green, 3 blue, 2 yellow, 2 black, 5 white. Or grey.
Quite steady. And you? You got 5 blue coming in as well. God damn it, I just upgraded my blue. Alright, well there we go. So we're going to finish this off and then we'll tell you who won. Alright, so we've tallied up the scores and worked out the points. And the points are, the way you get points is as follows. So first thing, you get points for straight out victory points. So anything that just gives you a general victory points, that's the first thing you do. Then you work out victory points based on... The next way you score points is anything that you do with combos. So for example, like this one over here, I get 1 victory point for each tank card or military card. And you get things like this one, which is 2 for each golding building, 2 for each science building, discovery building, etc. And then you work out how many points are for your generals. So generals are worth 1 point on their own. And then if you have things like this, which increases that value, then they'll be worth 2 points and 3 points and so on. And then you do the financiers, and then you work out your points, and then you tell the other guy, you tell the people watching this video how much the other guys got, and you ignore my points total. So I got 15 points, which is terrible. I just didn't get the card. I was hoping for a high blue strategy and trying to ditch cards to get more, but I didn't get anything to ditch for gold, and I didn't get any more blue cards to come out. So my strategy went totally down the tubes. But I tried to do the best I could with what I got, and which was nothing. So then second place is Carla with 30 points.
No.
No.
No? So, sorry. Yeah, I've made D second place with
I'll take
30.
second place.
What was your strategy, man?
Do better than you.
Yeah, that's easy.
it was my strategy has been when I played this just to try and utilize the resources you're getting to try and make sure that you've got not many unbuilt cards, and that seemed to have been a good strategy. And I sort of was led down the line of the generals because they were worth 2 points each for me, so I got quite a few of those.
Yeah.
So that was kind of where I was led.
And then Carla is the winner. Sorry, babe. She's got 33 points. What was your strategy?
Well, I tried to play slightly different from what I've played in previous times, and I got lobbed with Atlantis on the first turn, and I thought, you know, I'll try that. So I guess that was probably what you were trying to do with your blue strategy, but essentially, sorry, not Atlantis, Center of the Earth.
Which is worth 15 points.
Yeah. So I just decided I was going to try a bit of blue and a bit of generals. My generals are worth 3 at the end, so I just tried to collect as many as I could.
Cool. Your Center of the Earth is worth as much points as I made in the whole game. I didn't win a single one of these either, which is quite annoying. But here we go. So that is It's a Wonderful World. This is on Kickstarter right now. This is obviously a prototype copy that we just used. It's got lots of other goodies that you can go look at as well. One of the things that we never talked about, but it comes, you can get little campaigns, which gives you extra cards and stuff to do missions and scenarios. There's different ways, obviously, the stack of cards that you can get. There's more cards to unlock. There's different cities you can play, or countries. So there's quite a lot going on. And if you're interested and you want to check it out, you can follow the link which is in the description below. That'll take you straight to the Kickstarter, and you can go back it if you like. You can see how much they've unlocked, what other cards and extras you can add on to. And if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And see you guys later.